good afternoon and Jai Hind to all my dear students. Hope you all are doing well. Welcome to another module of English poem where we shall read an interesting poem named The Bat by Ruskin Bond. Ruskin Bond is an eminent Indian poet of British origin. He was born in Kasauli, India in 19 May 1934. His early education was from Bishop Cotton School in Shimla. During his school years, he won several writing competitions. Ruskin Bond worked as a journalist in Delhi and Dehradun for a few years. Later, he relocated to a town in the Himalayan foothills, Mussoorie, where he pursued freelance writing. His essays and articles were published in numerous magazines such as Pioneer, The Leader, The Tribune, and The Telegraph. At the age of 17 in London, he began to write his first novel, The Room on the Roof, in 1956. The book has a strong autobiographical element as it's based on his actual experiences living in a small rented room on the roof in Dehradun. Some of other notable works of Ruskin Bond include Blue Umbrella in 1974, A Flight of Pigeons in 1978, and Funny Side Up in 2005. His story Susanna's Seven Husbands was adapted into a film Saath Khoon Maaf, and Junoon is inspired by his A Flight of Pigeons. Till now, he has written over 300 short stories, essays, and novels, and over 30 children's books. So, the poem is all about the specific bat, which is totally different from other bats. This poem is a real experience of the poet when he was sleeping at night lonely in his room in Mussoorie. In this poem, the bat Ruskin Bond recounts the tale of a crazy bat that made itself cozy at the foot of his bed on a lonely night in Mussoorie. The bat. Most bats fly high, swooping only to take some insects on the wing. But there's a bat I know who flies so low. He skims the floor, he does not enter at the window, but flies in at the door. Does stunts beneath the furniture? Is his radar wrong? Or does he just prefer being different from other bats? And when sometimes he settles upside down at the foot of my bed, I let him be. On lonely nights, even a crazy bat is company. So, Ruskin Bond here recounts his experience of a crazy bat which had come in his room at night through the door flying too low, skimming the ground. Skimming means by touching the ground very low. He is saying that almost the bats fly high and suddenly comes down to take insects in their mouth and return suddenly back high. But this bat which is in my room flies very low. It is skimming. Skimming is what? It means touching the ground, very low fly. It came to my room through the door by skimming, not from the window, because the window is little high from the ground. This bat is flying around my bed. I think its working system, its radar is not working properly, not giving messages to its mind nicely. That's why it's not working good. Either this bat's radar not working good or it's preferred to show itself special from another bat's. And when ultimately it settled down right away its nature upside down with my bed's leg, and also here the poet Ruskin Bond sharing his emotions towards that specific bat. that as I am alone in my room, so that the poet also not having any mood to made it vanish out from his room. In spite of this, the poet let that crazy bat be there with him in that lonely night as his companion. So this is a poem written by Ruskin Bond based on his real experience. Thank you and Jai Hind.